Alright, I think about 50 times is enough. Maybe we'll let it play out for 51, shall we? Also, I don't think I've been welcomed by that much copious shit in the chat ever. So, kudos, Lord Soup and Sean, on that one. How are you doing today? Oh, for fuck's sake, headphones. That's not where... Oh, that's why. Twist them out the way and they're just caught on something to the other side, so that's why they were there like that. The computer fan is really loud today. And I don't know why. Let me try and put this on. There it is. Right, so things have happened. And I will try and reveal what that is. Before I start off here, this is probably going to be really far behind it. It's not too bad, but it is behind by more than my set sync is probably able to handle. So, bit of a plan. There are several variables in which will determine whether I carry on with this or not. One, of course, being the obvious, is that I have a virtual festival coming up in less than a month on the 11th of July. More on that when I actually know more about it, of course. But in order to prioritize my music, I might have to stop on working on this and inevitably streaming as well. But considering that I usually do this in the evenings, or what's evening for me, I guess, between 10 and 1 in the morning, I might be able to work something around it. My friend that I'm supposed to be working on everything with has been very unresponsive as well. Literally only responding to me once or twice a day, which isn't very useful considering there's a lot that we need to talk about now. So, yeah, but it will become the priority at some point. Of course, if I PB until then, so I'm aiming around about... This would be an ideal target, I think, for PB because that's 3rd UK. And then, of course, we got the man, the myth, the joke himself. Got midpoint 4 last night while I was attempting this too, so... Yeah, that's something. Aim to at least PB past this. And then I'll probably not work on it again until after the 11th. But then we've also got this wonderful human being over here, who's currently playing the track at the moment, and has been making far more significant progress towards his PB than I have been. And so if he does PB, then I'll stop playing until after the 11th as well, because he's important. Right. That's the plan at the moment. We'll see how it goes. If you mean sub as in sub 0.4, then absolutely. If you mean sub 118, fuck no. If you can sub 155, no glitch, no shortcut, then I might consider it. Otherwise, sub 2 minutes on Coconut Mall, if anything, is like sub 120, maybe 121 in relation to time boundaries here, and I've far more than exceeded that. Yeah, fuck sub 118. That shit's difficult. I'm not going to sub it. I'm not going to sub 117. That's even worse. I know why I'm scrolling this way. I need to get to Tyler's time. I should have gone the other way. Right. Gonna refresh capture card. I'll probably turn on the fan because it's stuffy. So I apologise for background noise, but I don't because it's been going like that for a month now. So, you know, screw everything. So what's cool around here? That's weird. Alright. Why is that coming out of there? That's weird. You're weird, tablet. You just don't make any sense anymore. Right. Oh, what the hell was that? Literally first turn, I had a really sharp pain in my hand. What on earth? Ow. What the hell warranted that? Yikes. That was not very nice at all. Was that because of that angle? I think that was because of just the way that I held the controller. Too sharp of an input for straight away. Oh god. It's sad, Lord Soup. You have as much viable proof you've provided for the Glimmer Express train's pipe bounce. People just don't believe you for some reason. They're just oblivious to the glitch's existence. It doesn't make sense. That was weird. I thought I was going to hit the pipe. Right. When you get a capture card, you make it even more clear. Perfect. Whew. Have that a bit closer. Hello, Chavis. Nice. Not nice. I need to turn the fan a little bit more. Thank you, Scorpy. Don't know if you're able to listen in today. I believe it's just you and Bint that need to get into the point 4 club now. Because Jake got into the point 4 club. Oh, my foot. What the hell? You're not playing it. Ah! Ah, no! The comparison is ruined. You do it sometime if you can be bothered. Fair enough. I don't know if Jake's still planning on playing. I think he said in my chat that he would like to try and go for a point 3 as well. But otherwise, I wouldn't blame him for not playing. a little bit. Though I'll admit, his point 4 looks even messier than mine, so I also wouldn't blame him for just trying to continue. His shrooms are just all over the place. I'd rather get a point 3 and do Thomas, me and you. Yeah, then we'd have to either pester Jake or Bint to get one as well to have the 4-way comparison. Or include Nobuo in that mix as well. 3, 7, 2 something. I got a 40.242 lap 1 on Peach Gardens with Mark today. Nice. I really wanted to try Peach Gardens with Mark at some point. Because Lewis had the BKT there for a little while actually. And I have his old Ghost downloaded. I was going to race against it and try and learn the track with Mark. But along with most of those really old goals that I had a long time ago, died out. It's not really anything that I'd want to look into doing anymore. You've done MC3 with Mutt for exactly 32 minutes in total so far. Wow. I wish I could say things like that. For all of the progress that I've done in like the last 6 or 7 years, just having like, yep, 32 minutes progress. But I also understand where that's coming from. I doubt it would take you nearly as much as it has done for me. It would take you quite a short amount of time. Hmm. $210 on BCW first. Fair enough. Good luck with that. BCW looks really stressful. Especially glitch, actually. That looks like something terrible. I've always been good at what others hate. Fair enough then. Good at playing the game with Bullet Bike, good at playing this track with Bullet Bike, even though I don't really hate that. I've not really done it. What else do you play? Ah! What the fuck is wrong with my hand today? Oh, that's really annoying. I hope that's not an effect of yesterday, but it could very well be. That's really off-putting. It's manageable, but it's off-putting. It would make sense because it's literally just been partly irritating for like since I started. Literally, I did the first turn and it was just like, and I was like, whoa, what was that for? So I'm just trying to put up with it for now. That really fucked up my tablet. Really annoying. It's not like a proper sharp, well it is a sharp pain, but it's like a dull sharp pain. And it's only in the sides. I don't think it's anything serious. If it gets worse I'll just have to fuck off for tonight, but you know. It's really annoying, because I just don't think anyone else has these issues. Obviously something that has been affected by my aggressive playing due to my dyspraxia. I hurt my other hand actually just by smashing the... I was going to hit the desk, but I realised I was going to hit... I punched my tablet, so I moved my hand at the last minute and smashed the knuckle on the corner or edge part of the desk now. So that's gonna bruise. I'm reckless, I don't know. Whatever. We equalized it, I guess. I don't know. No, why did I do that? Nope. Hey, Jake. I'm right in thinking you're still going for this, aren't you? You're still going on this. Because you're... I wouldn't... Because your 4-5-3 doesn't look really that satisfying. Ah, fair enough. You're gonna have a little bit of a break today, then. I assume that's what that message implies. I'm starting to have issues, and before I even started, actually, my hand's giving me this slightly dull, sharp pain on the up the side with the where the little finger is, and that was instant as soon as I started playing the track. Literally just started, went to turn around the first turn, and it was just like slam. And I was like, whoa, whoa, what are you doing? It's not as aggressive as it was before, which is, you know, just needed to kind of warm into things, but it's like annoying. So it's an indication I probably shouldn't be playing right now. But I want to. And of course I indicated how it felt by slamming my hand on the desk and bashing the knuckle on the very edge. That was a surprisingly good entrance, actually, for what that was worth. Ah, finally, you're gonna try getting used to the ghost. It is frustrating. But it will be worth it if you can get it down as well. Get it down, and especially, I recommend Nobuo's Ghost, but if you find another ghost that would work better for you and you can actually get used to very well, then by all means go with that. But you need to at least give it a good few sessions with one ghost. So like play with Nobuo's Ghost for like an hour or two today, but then do so again like 3 or 4 days later to try and figure out what it does, and if you would like to continue. Usually what I try to do is, if I try and find a new ghost to play against here, I was like with Tyler's, I'd set myself the target of trying to at least finish a run with Tyler's Ghost. And then it was to try and finish a 118 run with Tyler's Ghost. Because this was back when I started playing against Tyler's Ghost when I had a high 0.7 as a PB. And then it was just to try and PB with Tyler's Ghost, and then I've just stuck with it ever since. So I set myself little mini targets like that. I don't know if that would help at all, but that's the way that I would look at it. .6, 43.4, hopped over the first ramp. I assume that's Peach Gardens. Oh no, that's Bowser's Castle even. Peach Gardens, why? Peach Gardens wouldn't be that slow. There you go. Fourth EU fail, what the fuck? That's pretty good. At least from perspective. Mm. Yeah, you're gonna get that. The ghost is gonna be really off-putting, especially if you're not used to it. But you have to force past that mindset. So it'll be worthwhile in the end. I remember that feeling. I used to be anti-ghost for this track as well. I forced myself not to be anymore, and Lewis convinced me not to be anyways. That's really annoying. Jesus Lord. Hello, Lord Soup, again. Welcome back from the internet disconnect. You missed pretty much nothing. There you go. Oh, I hate that. Wow, you're going in there. You're going in with the, attempts. Yeah, Scorpy. Finding it hard to believe you're playing, Bowser's Castle. Thank you, is that Lara? Thank you for the raid? Am I looking at that correctly, or is my screen just messing it up? Lars. The S's look like A's for some reason on my laptop, and I don't know why. Thank you. Oh, why did I do that? I pulled back on the hairpin. And I was still a 2. What the fuck? That means my ending was really good. That's funny. Don't compare me to yourself. Play the game to have fun. That's all that matters. Or to hurt yourself, like I'm doing right now. Well, which, I mean, I guess comparison is technically that. Wait, why are you playing against Lewis's ghost? Huh. Had a bit of a rage going on. As in, like, on this track, or just in the game in general? Or in person watching this in general? That sounds like a Mario Kart thing to happen. Whoa, no, that wasn't very good. Hello. I was going road on 9,999 and I flipped up. Ah. The good old VR grind. I gotcha. Even though I've never done that myself. Time trialing is a bit more my thing instead of online play these days. But I guess it works better. Perhaps if you have a feeling to play the game someday and you can't be, and you're still a bit too frustrated about playing online, maybe time trial would be a decent enough option to take up, because it would also mean that if you need some practice in driving areas on the track, which might ensure you getting better firsts, then you can practice the driving element of it. Downside is, of course, is that in worldwide races and stuff like that, you also do have items which you need to factor in. That can affect you on pretty much everything, with the worst luck. Especially on this track. No matter how many times, days, months, years that I've put into this, none of that guarantees me a first. Ah, well, there's an upside. Already looking at it from a positive point of view. There you go, very nice. That's a good way to look at it. Oh, no. That was a bit of a risky last bit, though. No. Yeah, well, fair enough. If you prefer custom tracks, you prefer custom tracks. If I ever play online, that's usually what I prefer to do. It's like, or at least what I did prefer to do prior to 2018. I find that there is a mod on here now where you can do online time trialing, which I think is more of my thing if I play online, but As fun as that is, I'm not really working to grind this down any while playing that, so here we are. Yeah, Vivbot just does that every now and then. It actually pointed that out because you leveled up in the little list. Otherwise, it's just something. I was distracted there. Still got the starter booster, which is nice. Usually doesn't happen. That's alright. And I timed that all wrong, so I lost a lot of time. No! That's my fault. TT's getting me frustrated though. You see? You have to push past that. I'm pretty sure it's everyone's starting point with time trial. That was a really good first turn. Everyone's starting point with time trials. It's just frustration of not getting anywhere. And in order to make any sort of improvement or any sort of progress, at least improving the driving aspect, you need to just suck up to that frustration and focus not more on the process and the inability to improve, but the idea of the satisfaction and relief when you actually achieve something. That makes sense. And I wouldn't have got into time trialing if the Nintendo servers didn't actually shut down. Because I'd play online every Friday after school. I was actively doing worldwides and streaming them to YouTube, actually. Back in 2014. Now, of course, I was a hell of a lot worse, but this is what I did. And of course, WFC shut down. I didn't upgrade to Wii and 5 straight away. In fact, I was actually more embellished with Mario Kart 8, but as time progressed, and every now and then I would keep coming back to play this, I got myself more into time trialing. And considering how a lot of things have gone down in the community and just in life in general, that's just ended up what I just come to do now. Oh, well, you see, that makes sense. You don't really want to put something out because it'd make you look bad or something, but that might be why because it might be instead of recording it with like commentary and just trying to do it in a progression, like I guess sounds like you're taking influence from Troy versus Custom Track series. With that, if you really want to try and achieve something on there, then, you know, sit down, do it offline for a little bit. Maybe you might beat the Expert Staff Ghost and then record a replay of it to go up on YouTube. Because if you're not proud of that aspect of things, of raging and not uploading it to YouTube, then don't do it. The thing is, I always do commentary. Well, you don't have to always do commentary. Like the only thing that's holding you to doing that is you. I mean, if you want to stay true to your routine, do you think you're breaking too much of a consistency with that, then wait, this might be good. That was good. That was bad. There you go. You see, that sounds like more of enough reason to just try going at it offline. And just recording any progress afterwards if you want to do so. You broke a Wii remote, wow. I guess you also need to pick the right track. Maybe it's not necessarily the right track for you. You need to find something that's a bit more comfortable and that you know you can play with ease. Yeah, I mean, I understand that aspect as well. But like I said, it doesn't hurt to break routine. My recommendation, like I'd say, is just find something that you would actually enjoy to play. That doesn't have too much complications to it. Like I think Jiju's Village, if that's how you even say it, is actually a relatively complicated track, quite reliant on a lot of aspects of driving. And it's not necessarily new, it's probably going to have quite a complicated Staff Ghost as well, I imagine. But if you go to something like Niverbia, for example, of course I make that comparison. That's a track that Spy Kid played. Spy Kid's made, and he's the expert Staff Ghost there. And Spy Kid expert Staff Ghosts are bloody easy to beat. Yeah, there you go then. That you're gonna find more of that on the newer tracks. Most of the expert Staff Ghosts are gonna be more world record level type ghosts because more people have access to the tracks during the Ghost update rather than the ones that were part of CTGP before the Ghost update, where people wouldn't be playing it. People wouldn't have the ability to play it before it's added to CTGP while saving ghosts. Also, sorry for the delayed response, but hello Shadow and Connor. My apologies. I'm just rambling here, so... Oh, well then, if you're just trying to get a ghost, then don't try copying the staff ghost. Surely setting one ghost isn't that hard. If you're not in contention with anything. Unless it's a PB that you're satisfied with. In fact, I've done that actually. I've tried setting... I just went ahead and set one ghost on the track without trying to look at the what the expert staff ghost does, and just kind of drive it for myself. Oh no! Oh no! Oh dear Lord, no! Yeah. I don't know. My advice in that regard is then just, if you really want to just set a ghost there, and you're not in contention with the staff ghost, it doesn't matter if you record it or not. Just do it in your own time, and it will actually, I think the idea of having it recorded to YouTube might play a role of anxiety in a way, subconsciously at least, so. No one's going to complain if you just sit down and do it in their own time, because they're not going to complain about what they can't see. But I don't know. I'm trying to be helpful, but I don't know. I guess in a sense this is more of the way that I would try and approach it. Hello again, Sean. Your Wi-Fi is being interesting too, huh? Streaming and recording makes you mad? Is that what that's supposed to imply? I mean, well then just take a step back for a while, you know? Scared. Ah. Well, in that case, that's the complete opposite. You need to just do more of it to get it into a routine. And just get used to it. What you see, once you find people who are quite regular, who turn up, and you know will be there to watch you and chat to you, and they're friendly enough, then you'd probably become a lot more comfortable with it. Like, I'm just completely fine with it. No different to if I usually play. I feel like I'd do better time trial wise if I wasn't streaming, actually. Less pressure responding to people, and I am not wasting most attempts talking over them and rambling and focusing more on what I'm saying than the actual driving itself. But there's people like Sean, who's just above you there in the chat. Shadow came in earlier. Scorpy, Jake. They're all people who I know because they've been here a lot more than usual. And they come here quite regularly. They know what to expect. I know them quite well to see what they say. So it does help make things more comfortably. At least twice a week. Well, that's, I guess, a decent amount if you have a busy lifestyle outside of it. But you probably need to stream a little bit more to try and have more people show up. And more people to converse with and that you recognise over time. It's hard to say, though, what would happen for anybody, because everybody could have different amounts of people show up, different people to talk to. Like for me, I think I comfortably sit around like 5 or 7 people watching most of the time. Oh, I don't know what it says at the moment. It says 10 at the moment. It's a little bit. That's not too bad. Thank you, Scorpy, for the host. What else? I think Bradley sits around like 30 now. He's gained a lot of recognition recently. Rightfully so. And you have people like Tom and Nick and Bean, they're all around like 100. And then you got Troy leading the whole thing with like 1 billion. I don't know. Whatever you're doing, not bad. It's just what works for you, I guess. Oh, for fuck's sake, tablet. Why? I have a few regular viewers, you see? There you go. But not much. Well, not much is better than nothing. And it's... the more you get into it, the more people will probably come around. Yeah, no. I get that as well. I think if the internet's acting up, Scorpy can't watch. Just has to pop in, say hello, and I have to talk to him in the chat. Pops in to say hello and wish me good luck before moving on his way. Oh no. Yeah, that's also fair enough as well. There's still quite a few people who I would refer to as my regulars. Who I haven't seen today or yesterday. One of your regulars is actually there every stream. Well, there you go. That's more than a good enough reason to stream. Oh, this could be good. No, I turned to shroom too late. Still PB worth them. Nah. I hate that lap too. Oh my god, why? Let's finish something at least. I'm going too far to the right on both those laps. This is like a 0.6. Nope, this is like a restart. That's a lap 3 fail, so... No, actually, no. Lap 2. I'll go with a lap 2 one on that one. Ugh. That was too far to the left, so I was going to go further in and hit the dirt like that. That's annoying. Could have been a 0.1 if I didn't fuck up the shroom alignment. No, this isn't a good one. Nice shadow. I don't know what half of that means, but I assume it's all good. And that means that you're making significant progress through the game. I wish your progress was like mine on this game. Well, no, actually, no. I wish I wish my progress in this game was like yours with your games. And I'm actually getting somewhere. It'd be quite nice. What was that? Oh, good grief. Yeah, that's a new word. Go and look it up in the dictionary, see what it means. Hey Bradley, we were just talking about you. And by we were just talking about you, I mean we were just talking about regulars and people coming to the stream. And I actually didn't mention you at all. How are you doing? And congratulations on the PB. Must be happy to finally get that, rather than frustratingly losing it by like the 1/5 of a second or some stupid shit every time. No problem. You died in the last level. Oh man. Sounds like more of a reason to keep going though. Wow, I've marked that up. Yeah. Well, if that's not more of a reason to go, I don't know what is. I'd say you're kind of a bit more like a completionist, actually, aren't you, Shadow? You pick up a game with the intention to try and unlock as much as possible or complete it as much, and you kind of showcase yourself doing so. And it doesn't matter how long you take to do it. Your goal is just to do it. Which, to be completely fair, is that's the way you play the game. That's the way you're supposed to play games. Completing everything. Do you know what I'd like to do maybe one day? Let's do a true 100% of this game. Speedrun. If I can. If not that, then at least collecting all the 3 stars in a run. Good luck with that, it's so boring. Yeah. I wouldn't do these half-assed ones where people just get like 1 star. I'd do the true 100%. All 3 stars. No resets. At least get a 52. That sounds decent. Pretty decent. But by all means, go for it if you're still wanting to. I wouldn't be a completionist as far as Super Mario Sunshine is concerned. I don't plan on recording that game, and even if I did, I wouldn't go for 100%. I mean, fair enough. But even though being a completionist, it still doesn't mean you can't be selective with the games that you actually play to complete. Like, at the very most, I've not got very many completed games on my resume. Like, I'm pretty sure you were here for the Kirby streams, weren't you, Shadow? The Kirby game on Switch. I'm not even I've not even like got close to completing that 100%. But I've got it to a level where I'm content with where I've got it to. So how much I've done with the game. But then everything else on Switch is 100% done. I fully completed Deluxe 9 hours. 9 hours after I got the game. And I posted like a little clip of me doing so to Twitter. And then it was like, CMC, who used to watch the streams, was like, how the hell did you do that? The game's only been out for like so and so. And I'm like, well, I've technically played it already. Just a slightly worse version of it. Or better, I don't even know. Is the Wii U one better, or is the Wii U one worse? I'm still in mixed opinions about that. So I feel like the tech's definitely better and it makes driving it a lot more enjoyable, but it's just more broken, the Wii U version. But that's also what made it a bit more fun, but then there's also just really stupid shit like the battles in that. And I'm just like, I don't even want to think about it. I just want to play this game. You know what I mean? Yeah, there you go. You've been doing some more interactive stuff as well, Shadow, because that kind of gets you included with other people, other players, rather than just playing by yourself. Whether that's people in like a public lobby or if it's your friends as well. And then, of course, if you upload enough things, maybe it will interest other people to get involved and play and join you. Get in on that sort of thing. Now, I think that you probably got everything vehicle-wise. I don't actually know how much you need to collect to unlock anything either. It's probably documented on a forum somewhere. But I know, at the very most, I think it's for the Golden Glider. On the Wii U version for Mario Kart 8, it's 10,000 coins. And I think on the Switch they made it 5,000. I think you link them every now and then when you first upload them in the server. My hand is not liking me today and I'm really upset. Just before I even started it was just giving me issues and I just don't feel like that's fair. Oh, my tablet's doing some weird stuff over here. What on earth is going on with this? Yeah, they're, I think there's some you unlock completely at random. I know the Golden Glide is 5,000 on Deluxe. Yeah, that's a good call. Be a good indication of where you are. I presume if you haven't unlocked anything for a while, then you've got nothing else but that remaining. So it would merely stand as like a coin countdown for that. Yes, pizza boy, so. A more appropriate question would be, not doing this again? Actually. What's this ghost time? Look on the left. Everything you need to know is on the left about what I'm doing here. Ugh. Ah! Ah, yeah. There you go then, Shadow. 119.023 is an old PB of mine. In fact, that was actually my last favourite PB that was post 118 PB. Oh. You just gave me a little bit of a nostalgic trip there. It was back when I was grinding for the 119 sub. I remember that. Hmm? Okay. Nice. Nice one, Sean. I can't beat it. Is that your PB or... this ghost? I mean, if you're comparing yourself with this ghost, it doesn't make sense. This ghost shouldn't be something you're comparing with. And whether or not to beat it. The 023? It depends how polished off the splits are. My 023, when I got it, was very clean, actually. I still beat it, and I beat it with a worse run, actually. If you compare my 023 with the first sub that I ever got, it's a lot worse. Up until the last lap, actually. Or at least I'm pretty sure that's how it went down anyways. Hello, I'm friendly. Yours, there you go. Well, I mean, you just got to give it a go. You're very close to a sub 119. But I guess it depends on how consistent your run is. If you're satisfied with it, then you don't have to. Everything you need to know friendly is on the side there. It tells you what I'm doing, what my PB is. But to answer your question in more of an honest term, at the moment, my main target is to try and get 10th European. But initially, at the moment, my aim is just to PB. Oh, Sean, why do you say shit like that? World record is completely off the table for me. Anything in that department is off the table, especially now. My hand is really fucking with me today. Oh. Cursor was like on one of my emotes and just a much larger version of it popped up on the screen for some reason. I would like to say that indicates you can take that further, Sean, but I honestly don't know. And hello, Ginger. Tesco's. Nice. Could get 158, but fuck that. There you go. I'll race you. You go for the sub 158. Wait, is that what you said? Probably get 158. You go for sub 158. I'll go for sub whatever you said earlier. I don't remember now, but it was something just stupid and unrealistic. Hi, Vincent. Thank you. I had a low 0.2 earlier. Lap 1, that is. And something that could have potentially been a decent run, but then aligned too far to the right out of the triple mini turbo. Otherwise, I've just been doing the first 3 turns mostly. But that's alright. It's nothing too irritating, I guess. At least it doesn't feel annoying today. Hope you've been well, and if you've been attempting anything, it's been going well as well. I mean, just take your time to try and figure that out, Shadow. Maybe look at some reviews of some games and things, or other people playing them, see what interests you the most. Don't rush into anything. No one's asking you to rush into anything, so... Also, what on earth has happened here? My chat's just turned into... turned into shop names. That's weird. But that's not the first time that's happened, which is even weirder. Yeah. I saw a picture of a crumpet a few days ago. It was like a Japanese created crumpet, and it didn't have the little holes on the top. It was really weird. It's like someone went over it with like a smoother or something in Photoshop and just smoothed out all the holes. It looked really weird and like Play-Doh-y. Petition to Flute to move. Flute will move when she's ready to. Why the hell is this? Ah. No. For the children's sake. Oh god, why would there be any kids watching me at this time of night? Why would they be watching me do this? More reasonable stuff to watch. That's terrible. Whoa, Shadow! I was just trying to read everything and then that just popped up. Why would you get a Splatoon 2 if you don't want it? If it's not something that interests you, Shadow, then don't get it. It doesn't really matter if your friends play it or not. If they play it and they enjoy it, that's them. It doesn't have anything to do with you at all. It's the same sense as Jacob and Bradley playing Fortnite together. That's them. They have their interest in that game. I have no interest in that game, nor any value toward it, so I don't play it. And that's me. And I'm not going to just get it to bow down to and join them for something. I have much more valuable things to do with my time. No offense to them. This isn't really one of them, though. I guess. I would admit that much. It's too far to the right. Okay, that'll work. Ish. No, not really. Everything else makes sense. You got your own little targets to try and work through, and that's completely fine. No, I would not play it as they added MC3 as a location. In fact, I think that would actually be more of a reason to avoid the game entirely. This game, for me, stays in Mario Kart Wii. I'm not playing it anywhere else. This track, even. The game can stay itself, that's fine. I don't want it randomly turning into, like, Mario Kart Super Circuit one day, and I'm just like, what the fuck has happened? That'll be really cool, though, playing custom tracks on that shit. Oh, what the hell? Hello, Fatality. Ugh. Nice typo. Obviously unintentional, right? Right? Can you see me winking? Can you imagine me winking? Does everyone know what I look like? I don't think I showed my... I don't think I've shown my face for a while on stream. I'm not going to show it today. It looks atrocious. Or probably in the next few years either. Or just ever. I might as well just not have it anymore. Yeah, thanks for explaining it, Shadow. You can picture me winking, that's good. Should have said that, but too late, can't take it back. I mean, I could time you out for like a few seconds so the messages are deleted. But it doesn't actually matter too much. It's more humorous than annoying. You should be concerned you can picture me winking. I have no idea what you look like, Sean. And I'm weirdly trying to picture what you would look like. All I can, funnily enough, the only person's face I can picture is Ace's, which is strange. The I can picture you. Time Shadow out for what I did. The wrong punishment. Oh. Greg's, oh god. You know, I don't think I've had Greg's. I mean, for a very long time, if not at all. Because the closest Greg's replaced an actual local bakery near here, so I've never just felt the need to go. Ace is your baby? What? Okay, I don't know what this thing is. This conversation is. 4,608 coins in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Not enough to unlock the gold part that requires 5k. Ah. The local bakery that used to be there was actually, well, I don't actually know, I can't compare it, but I like the local bakery there, so therefore in my eyes it will always be better. There's a like I told this story before. Fuck you, Hand. I told this story before. Fuck. That's really annoying all of a sudden. I used to go to the bakery and collect like a little pack of donuts, little sugared donuts, just like pocket-sized ones. And then go to a park with my mum and my sister and just sort of sit on the swings and eat donuts. But then one day they just completely, and this is actually the only time I'd be able to do this is either in the holidays or at the weekend on a Saturday after we've been to the library. But then one day they decided to completely redo the park, because you know those good old parks with like swings, slides, roundabouts, just stuff like that. It was back in like 2008 or 2009 where they're trying to be cool and get down with the kids, but they're just adding loads of copious plastic shit everywhere. And swings with arse indents, which were not good for my not good enough for my backside, that's for sure. And it was and yeah, the seats on the swings were weighted, so I couldn't swing as high as I wanted to. And I just removed all the stuff that I actually liked. I got annoyed and dropped all the donuts on the floor and just couldn't have any. And then the following weekend, the bakery closed down. So in the span of like 2 weeks, the routine that was just a regular thing for me was just gone. And I just could not do that anymore. Yeah, they added those really fat fucking things, which were like, it looked like the seats were designed for fat people. And they were weighted like that too, as if people wouldn't be strong enough to swing past the bar at the top, which I couldn't do with those swings. Like, the way that I'd like to swing is I'd just push it so far enough so that the seat would jump up in the air and you'd be on the thing and you'd just be like, and just kind of twist around everywhere uncontrollably afterwards. That was the fun of it. The fun of swinging, just like, you know, going too high so that kind of smashes and then getting the skin caught in the chains and wibbling her around everywhere. Oh, fun. Fun times. You get these fucking weighted arse indent ones. What the fuck? I hate them so much. That's nothing that I did. I have never actually been fat. Or at least... Maybe... Actually, no. I was going to say when I was younger, but no, because I was really, really small. Well, everyone's talking about the arse seats now. Oh my god. And hey, Jake! Back from dinner, still hate Ghosts. Keep playing against Ghosts. That's my response. I mean, maybe not. There might be someone else who's just not comfortable with admitting that sort of information out loud, confidently. But at least you take pride in it, I guess. Oh no. Right, my hand is doing that thing that it was doing at the beginning, but more aggressively now. That's me smashing my hand against the desk to try and neutralize that. This is what I do. I hurt myself to make the pain go away. It's really fucking annoying though. I'm just so upset that it's just... That's what this session's been reduced by. It's something I can't even control. It's not handy to do. That sounds like I should be doing it more. It's really fucking up with my concentration though. Why? 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 I don't need to stop. If I do it enough, I will numb my hand. So I won't feel anything and it'll be fine. Probably need less of a rattly desk to smash it on. The one behind me is actually more solid. I should do that one instead. But it's also noisier and I shouldn't be bashing things at like... What's the time now? Midnight. Fuck you. Ugh. 1 past midnight. There you go. That's not what I did. Oh, fuck. That's the wrong one. Well, I guess I'm playing Vincent now. It helps because it's a guide for both pace and where I need to be on the course. No! Fuck you! Snort some crumpets. Or just get them straight out the freezer, put them in the blender, powderize them, and then just lay the powder out. Oh no. Yeah, so you see this. That's too far to the right of Tyler to make a good shroom. Evidently, I went too far to the left on the exit. I'm too far to the left of him here to make a good enough turn without hitting the pipe. So I need to align slightly to the right. Yeah, I was too far to the right there, so I need to align slightly to the left of him entering that turn. Triple mini turbo, I need to align with him as much as I can. So that's too far to the right, therefore I'm going to hit the post. Yeah, that's what it does to you. Everything I know about the ghosts on this track getting in the way, it was me before, Jake. I know this opinion, but the thing that I will keep saying to you is get over it. I agree with you, but if you can learn to stomach it and actually just get used to it, then you will inevitably do better and it will be more beneficial. There you go. You're halfway there. Not doing one half of the track is halfway there. Keep going. You're not saying anything negative in my eyes. This is all progress. More like one half of the lap. There you go. Progress. We can't do a full lap without doing one half of the lap first, right? It's more than I'm actually doing. I'm kind of really just completing a third of the lap, so. In my opinion, you need to, in order to at least get a substantial use out of racing a ghost before putting it down, need to give it like at least a week. 2 hours every day. See if it'll work for you. And then some, probably, knowing you. Well, I mean, you said you like 4.6k, which means you've got 400 coins to go. If you get the complete amount of 10 coins every 4 races, that's 40. Which means you need to play through the same cup and get consistently 10 coins each race 10 times. If I've done my math correctly in my head. Could someone who's good at working out things check that? That's good. Enough. Oh, I fucked up that ending. Oh, no. Well, that counts as another one. Right. Is that done? Hey, Offie. You're actually here today. At a decent time. I think you get at least another hour of me. You get to watch me have a breakdown eventually and smash my hand voluntarily into the table. Bound to happen again. Fix the problem, though. So I started playing today and my hand was giving me some sort of sharp pain. Like literally when I went round the first turn. And it was hindering my concentration more than anything. As is just talking to everybody. And it started hurting like a few minutes ago, so I smashed it on the desk a few times, and now I'm fine. How are you doing though? Ah! Bit earlier than usual. Also, I added you on Discord now. Hooray. You can talk to me and I can send you rabbit pictures and everything. I guess I had like a 2-day hiatus before yesterday. Which is enough time for it to kind of get resolved back to normal. So maybe it'd be something from yesterday's session, if anything. Other than this, I've not really been doing much. I have to prepare for the, there's a virtual festival in less than a month. I don't know if I told you about that already. I have to prepare for that. Oh, that's so fucking difficult. Why are you so hard to do this today? Well, you wouldn't have to do it on all 5 difficulties, surely. You just have to do it on one difficulty 12 times. In fact, you could even just turn the items off, Shadow, so ensure that you keep all 10 coins once you've collected them. That'll be interesting, Fatality. Though it depends on how late you'd be looking into everything. I need to try getting to sleep. I did actually sleep alright last night, which I'm happy about. And I remember it because I had a really in-depth dream, which I realised was a dream purely because I was in a shop where nobody was social distancing. And then loads of people were like, oh my god, we're all gonna drown. Everything's starting to flood. And there were loads of people screaming and running around everywhere, and then I went to look and it was like a little piss puddle on the floor. I was like, oh, well this is unrealistic, I must be dreaming. I also got laid in the dream, so that was another indication. Yeah, but it would help you, Shadow. No fun without items. It's more of a variable, but you would lose less coins if you get than if you get hit. It depends on if you want to have fun or if you want to painfully grind. Some people see their dreams in third person. That's interesting. I've never had that happen before. It's always been me, from my perspective. And I barely have dreams of places in reality. Like, all the areas, they seem somewhat influenced by places I go to in real life, but they're like scoped or regenerated in some way. Yeah, oh yeah, that's lucid dreaming. I can do that. Sometimes. Not all the time, though. Yeah. Yeah. That's basically what dreams are. Really cool. She asked Lewis a question while he was here because he's a native talking. He natively speaks Spanish and English is his second language. I asked him as if there's any like talking or conversing in his dreams, if they would be in Spanish or English. And he said that they're Spanish, which makes sense. I'm just wondering, like, for someone who's more fluent in more than one language, what language do you think they would dream in? Who knows? Oh, you bastard. It's the fastest lap I've got. No, it's not the fastest lap I got today, actually. You fucker! Why the hell did you not input the slip there? That did not make any sense. That's a little frustrating. I shouldn't be frustrated at that. That's also something interesting. Like, what would a blind person's dream be like? What would a deaf person's dream be like? Do they hear sound? Is there any sort of concept of sound? I mean, it's also the same as, like, can a person who's blind actually conceive anything visually in their head? Like, actually picture anything? Because if they can't do that, and they just see black, then what are their dreams like? That's a very interesting one to think about. It reminds me of when, this is surprisingly making me play better. I remember, talking to my cousin about how there was a guy who's been blind from birth, how he always, like, he likes going to, or is it theme parks and going on the roller coasters and rides and everything. And while he's there, he'd talk to people. He navigates everything himself by using like an echolocator, which already feels quite remarkable because, you know, it's a theme park. There'll be like people walking around talking and everything, and there'll be kids shouting and screaming and other things making copious amounts of noise, and he's just navigating it himself using an echolocator. But then he talks to people and he asks them really weird questions like, what is the colour red or something? And he tries to get people to describe what the colour is to him because he's never seen the colour before. Something like that. And people just have to try and think of how to answer the question. I mean, if I'm just stuck in that situation ever, I just wouldn't know what it is. And then you also have the perception of, do people actually see things the same as well? Because obviously all eyes are different, whether they're blind or can see perfectly. I know there's people are, I think it's mainly in men, have colour blindness. I actually know a few people who are colourblind. Like, their concept of colours, or just things that you see in general, would and forever be different to what you see. And then there's also, I think, like a colour exaggeratedness or something ridiculous like that in women. Some women just like see extra colours on like the ultraviolet spectrum or some shit. Same with different types of animals. Same with different types of cameras and technology. You can go really deep with this, as I've already started going. This is me purely having a conversation with myself. I'm not reading anything else at the moment. It's so hard to describe anything to someone who hasn't seen it before. Like, how do you describe a colour? It's my thoughts exactly. Like, if I was even asked that question, I just would not be able to say anything. Red is... what? I can't fucking do it. I'm looking at the colour red that's painted on my wall and I just can't think of it. Anything. It's the same colour as blood? Okay, well, you know, what does blood look like? I've not seen that before. Can't answer it. 38 out of 40 coins in the shell cup and the 50cc difficulty, but didn't unlock anything. I think the only thing you're going to unlock now is the glider, honestly, Shadow. I don't think there's anything else on the plate for you. I always wondered, like, what if my yellow and your yellow are two different colours, but we just refer to the same thing because that's what they were labelled as since we were born. That was what I was saying. Also, people who are blind from birth can't see in their dreams, and people who are deaf can't hear in their dreams. But people who become blind or deaf later in life can see and hear in their dreams still. Fair enough. That makes perfect sense. Yeah, no, I remember what you mean. And this was actually a little... I actually started contemplating this as a problem when I was very little. When I made my first friend in primary school, what I would actually do to try and figure this out, but it was also how I came upon this conundrum in the first place, is I would ask him things like, does this toy look red to you? Or can you see this with a blue screen and a yellow background or something, like just trying to describe things to him in early primary school. And you know, my friend wasn't colorblind or anything. He saw colors, so he would just answer them correctly, but then but then the thought crossed my mind is like, wait, what if he was just answering the question because he perceived what I was asking him and perceived what I was showing him to be right to him, even though it was different if it was from, even though it was different if I was looking at it in the exact same way as him. If that makes any sense. So he could be seeing it and he'd be able to communicate and understand what I was doing because the way he kind of learnt it, or the way that he visualizes it, is in that sense the same, but in comparison to what I'd be seeing, or, you know, what I'd be hearing, what I would even look like would be completely different. What if to everyone the concept of the world is just completely different, you know? What if what I see on my screen and what I see as a human being or as a dog is actually completely different to what another person sees? And yet, because we're able to comprehend it within the same way, you know, we're able to get along. It's very weird. This is a very weird topic of conversation. I guess it's some sort of individuality paradox in a way. This is so deep, I love it. This is what I was born to do. Yeah, that would be a good cool shadow. Oh! Oh! Oh, why did you put that in there? I fucked up that so badly. Let's just complete a run. Huh. So if that lap 2 was a .082 instead of a .1, that would have been 445, which I would have happily taken, because that would have given me 3rd UK, so that's not too bad. Warrants an advert though, like Jake said. Ugh. Oh. Okay. Things are shaping up now. Actually, ever since Offie turned up. Offie, you're my good luck charm. And hello, Brett and Monkey Man. That too did well and truly screw me really badly. More than needed. But yeah. That, considering how this session's been really finicky today. I'd take that. That's a decent run in the quality of what's going on so far. It's like the second 0.5 I've been able to finish this month or some stupid shit like that. This could be good. Unless I do that. Yeah, let me fuck up the whole thing. I didn't want to keep that anyways. Oh. My lat 2s are like always really good or really bad. Yeah. One way or another you can look at it. Clearly just God. Lol. Yep. Or goddess. Actually, which way would you look at it? Would you just refer to it as a god, or is like goddess kind of feminizing? Because I know you can't use actress anymore as a way to justify a female actor. Like it's just the correct way to look at it is referring to them as an actor now. And I know that's actually something that at least around here within the theatres and playhouses and things, you can get into trouble if you refer to it the wrong way. Because I had a like a session where I sat in with a sound engineer. That was one of the things that probably wasn't there to learn, but it was something that I picked up for sure. It was a very strange thing, very strange concept. And it makes sense, I guess, in today's day and age. What the hell is wrong with you, game? The tape being called a goddess over a god any day, that sounds so much cooler. Fair enough. Why can't you call a female actor an actress? I think it's because it's distinguishing the two roles via gender. So male would be determined as an actor. Female is determined as actress. It's just stating the roles to a gender. And it kind of, I guess if someone wants to be a bit more specific or indifferent about their gender, it kind of changes that role up a little bit. So just calling everyone by an actor means that it's, I guess, more universal and neutral in that regard. And it also means that I guess it doesn't distinguish the men from the women. No sort of form of sexism. Female waiters should be referred to as waitresses. See, that's different, because I have no idea about that one, and it didn't even cross my mind until you mentioned it, so I don't know. I'd like to believe it follows the same pattern, but with that it's a little different, because... You know what, I don't know. I'm just following the crowd. This is just something that I know. Look at it how you want, I suppose, while I choke on my own facial hair. Ugh. How the hell did that happen? Ugh. Why? Apologies. But whoa, Shadow, what the fuck? Why'd you write so much? Oh my Jesus, Lord and butternut squash. What the fuck? Why'd you write so much? Ugh, I can't believe it sometimes. There you go then. So I was right. That just confirms it. I guess that's another thing in terms of if we're talking about gods and goddesses and stuff. One thing that's always kind of fascinated me by concept as well, it also refers to things, also refers to what we were saying earlier, is, you know, like, what if something like reincarnation or anything is actually real? What if you've lived another life before this, or will do so afterwards? So the truth is, you never know. But it's like something that, because when we were studying, I don't remember which religion looks at reincarnation. I've completely forgotten now. But when we were studying different religions in school, I actually started feeling like I had memories of being somebody else beforehand, and I don't know if it was like, you know, my mind just completely making it up, or if it was actually something else. Because I kind of look at things in a more scientific and research-based perspective. Not that I disagree with any religions or other beliefs in any way at all, but oh, that's good. Oh, you fuckwit. Why did you not listen to my... I had that right. I had that right. I had the angle and everything, and it was just like, nah. Nah. Don't want to twist. Don't want to twist it, mate. Don't want to do it. Don't want to do it. Hopefully I was a slice of bread in my past life. Yes. Yes, you were. And you were the best bread ever. It's Hinduism that believes in reincarnation. Not sure, though. I would have taken a stab at that as well, actually. But I just didn't want to say it out loud just in case I look like an idiot. So thanks for doing that for me, if it is actually wrong. What else was I saying? I guess you could also kind of smash that in with like parallel universes and alternative dimensions, because essentially if in that regard, that's how religions would exist, or at least that's how I would see them to exist within this universe. It's okay here to embarrass myself, fair enough. As long as you're okay with it, I'm fine. I don't know if that works, Shadow. You would have to test the theory first with like one controller. Of course, actually, I just realised something that you could do. You could load up a 1v1 in coin runners and then drive around and collect all the coins yourself, because you can collect more than 10 coins in that. So you could leave the other controller just blank and just sat there, not collecting anything, and you could just go around and collect all the coins from the course yourself. I don't know if that would work, but there might be something you could do. Of course, I don't know if all 4 players could collect coins for you as well. Because then what you could do is you could have them all on like auto-accelerate and auto-controls. You can go around collecting the coins from the track and then drive them all afterwards. No! I think so, because they are coins after all. So it would make sense. Try with one battle and see if it adds them to the total. I always used to think in a parallel universe there would be like another version of yourself, but you'd make opposite decisions. But then that would get really messy, because like every little decision affects everything, meaning that there would be a billion of universes at the point I don't even know anymore. The way that I would look at it, Offie, is that in that sense, parallel universes and other dimensions, they're infinite. So there's an infinite amount of them. You know, and you know you can... Ah! That didn't warrant that response, I apologise. But you know, what was I saying? There's an infinite amount of those, and they're all kind of interlinked some way, so they share some sort of similarity. And there is, you know, those little circular graphs that you can use, where you can like, you can draw 2 circles and they overlap a very slight bit, and the main part of the circle, you put anything in there and that's that one side, and then the middle bit is what they share in the middle. Every universe kind of overlaps like that, and it's sort of like an infinite amount of circles overlapping with each other. And there's so there's like the opposite side, the complete opposite side of that circle would be a parallel universe, alternative dimension where the complete opposite happens. If that makes sense. but then there'll be like one that's like barely overlapping, barely any different. Like literally the next closest existence to what we currently live in, where literally like the main difference may be that everything else in your life would be entirely the same, except one morning on like Tuesday, a random Tuesday in November, you woke up an hour later than you did in this world. And that's like the only difference. And it's also in that regard where I feel as if everything that exists in existence is finite, which means that it also crosses over to believe that everything you believed or think about in a dream or have made up creatively as like a story or is in a movie or a comic or anything like that actually does exist. And the reason that we've been able to conceptualize it, or come up with it, or think of it, or see it in our heads, is because it does exist. If that makes sense. Essentially, putting it in short, everything exists. Maybe not in this world, but in its own regard it does. Yeah. Never thought about it like that before. You can tell I spend a lot of time alone. I've had a lot of time to think. I don't even know if it's anything I believe, it's just something that I conceptualize, I guess. Everyone's coins added up. Okay. There you go then. I didn't know that that existed. You've taught me something new about the game, Shadow. Why the fuck aren't you giving me slips, you bastard? Oh. Offie, this is thanks to you. And the mess-ups are thanks to me. You know what I need to do? I think I need to get you to play this track. That's what needs to happen. I bet you would absolutely annihilate everyone. It's just this luck. That hairpin sucked. In a parallel universe, this run will absolutely tie my current PB and get the exact same splits and exact same everything. Give me 3 hours and I'll get world record. My god, I wish I was that lucky. Just too much skill, clearly, yeah. Have you actually played this game since finding streams and everything? There you go, then, is something that I do say a lot. I wouldn't coin it as my catchphrase then. My catchphrase is undeniably shat the bed. Improved to a 662 already. There you go then, Fatality. You're already on there. On the improvement grind. You'll get European tops before the end of this and I'll end up killing myself over the progress that you make. It's going to be great. Looking forward to it already. Smelling the cakes. Well, I said it again because I read you saying in the message. That doesn't count if I say it intentionally. Don't forget there's also That's Fair Enough. I like saying that one a lot. Avery would go ballistic over me saying that when he used to turn up here. Even when I read it out from his messages. Last time you played was probably a year ago. Not even sure where the disc is anymore. Do you want me to send you mine, Offie? Oh, actually, no. I just realised what you said, Shadow. I said it in response to Fatality. My bad. You're probably going to type a massive paragraph out explaining that to me now. I realise. Yeah. I just realised what I just said. You got me. Got me good with that one. I didn't even realise it until later. Wow, I feel stupid now. What's the time? It's 50 past midnight. I can finish soon. No progress as usual. This was one of the shittier sessions to start off with. I think I actually do have to not play tomorrow, which is sad. Considering my hand's like this. Because I really want to play right now. Ah, you fuck. $50 past midnight? Well, it is 50. 10 to, I don't know. 10 to 1, probably better. Ugh. No, 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 that's too far to the right. That sounds good, Shadow. What? That's not worth an unfollow. Cut me some slack. I've been conceptualizing parallel universes and shit for 5 hours. Can I not make a little bit of a mistake with numbers? You know what? Just because you said that, I'm going to say that from now on. I'm going to change the concept of time. So it's now legally 53 past midnight. Because it's not, I'm not lying. My hand's doing that thing again. Hold on. That wasn't even that hard. There we go. Pain makes the pain go away. I'm gonna break my hand one day. I swear to God. Only because of the intelligent sounding conversation earlier. There you go. There was, well, I don't know, I mean, chat doesn't really need a topic, Shadow. I guess, unless you refer to topic of the game. But the chat doesn't need a topic. Needless to say, you were completely off topic with the general topic of the stream. which I think Offie completely stole, and no one else was really getting involved in that anyways, except for me and her. Imagine explaining to a nurse that you have a broken wrist because your hand hurt so much you decided to smash it off your desk to fix it. It's worked though. It's numbed. It's numbed the little sharp pain that I keep having. And to be honest, I don't think I could possibly swing my arm at nearly enough force needed to actually break my wrist. Especially not on this desk. I'm pretty sure I would... Well, this desk is not even a desk. It's actually a really old dining room table. It's just in my room. And it kind of folds up into 3 parts. So I think if I smashed it hard enough, the hinges on this third that's closest to me would just rip off the side of the table, and I would literally smash this third off. I don't think I'd actually break the wood without really injuring my hand. Not like a proper karate chop. I don't have the knowledge and know-how to do that, but it's always fascinating me. You know, something else that I love that's in that regard as well is just people just going out into the woods and just punching the shit out of trees. And they're just like hardcore punching it like some sort of punching bag, but the trees just ripping apart and flaking away, and they're just, oh, they're beating the shit out of that crap. Oh, I love it. So cool. Have I ever explained a story where I almost died to a tree? General story as well, like, tree almost killed me. I get very sidetracked, and I don't think I talk about anything relating to the game very often. Hello, Ginger. You're back for the last 3 minutes. It's 57 past midnight. So we'll be finishing off at 1, as always. And my hand is fucked, so I probably won't be playing tomorrow. Just popped down to Tesco. Did you buy any crumpets? Better have bought some crumpets. Ah, yes. Mmm. Crumpets. How the fuck did you know? I'm psychic. Lucky guess? I don't know. That's honestly what I'm gonna... If I actually leave to go to the shop at all during this lockdown, crumpets are gonna be on the list. I just haven't had crumpets in so long, and I to the point where I feel ashamed about it. Offie, you missed the crumpet conversation earlier. I was looking through a load of Japanese pictures because on Japanese people's Twitters and everything, because I had a random wanderlust like earlier this week, and there was one where someone had like a crumpet, but there were just no holes on the top, and it looked really weird, and it made me uncomfortable. Like, why? The holes are the best part. I was so sad. Yeah, that's enough. Yeah, I know. If I look back enough on the accounts, I might find it. Also, thank you for stopping by, Shadow. Hope your coin grind goes well. That's a disgrace to the crumpet community. Yeah, no, it actually like looked kind of Play-Doh-y almost. It was so weird. That makes me the sound of that makes me incredibly uncomfortable. I'm so happy we can think about it the same way. I think if I pulled a crumpet out the crumpet bag and it just didn't have any holes in it, I'll be complaining to the crumpet company. I would be writing a full 7-page fledged letter. Double-sided and everything. That would be the longest letter I've ever written. Oh no! I'm sorry, Ginger. Right, it's 1 o'clock now, so last attempt until 1:01, and then I'll finish. But I did actually finish a run today, so I'm not too annoyed. How fucking dare you make holeless crumpets? Oh, the nunchucks decided it's enough. Enough is enough. Okay then. GG, thanks Nunchuck for deciding that for me. A pack of giant crumpets for £1 from Asda. Giant crumpets? I am intrigued. Why do you keep fucking dying, you prick? I literally moved from one menu to the other. Frustration! Ugh. Oh, I'm sad that there's no, like, Asda close to me. Offie, can you buy some from Asda for me and ship them to me? Because, like, the nearest Asda is more than an hour away from me, I'm pretty sure. I live in Asda. And yet, you had to go to a Tesco. Asda was the supermarket we'll go with my go-to with my nana when she's still around, living in Wales. It was really weird because you'd have all the Asda branded food in her house and that would be the only time I'd ever eat it ever. No, there are no Asdas near me. The closest shop to me is a mini Tesco just like round the corner. In fact, there's like 3 Tesco's near me. It's really weird. And a Subway on the main road. Domino's pizza delivery is like on the main road. It's like half an hour away from here as well. No, none, no huge Asda's near me at all. If I was to go to any, there's where is the closest one? I actually wanna know where this is. Because I don't think I've been to the nearest one before. But I want to take a look to see how far away it is. So I'm going to take a look on the maps. It's really suffered in this life. Maybe if reincarnation is real, I'll be reincarnated as an Asda worker. And I'll have the privileges. Asda. Let's see, where's the closest one? The closest one, that's really far away. from home. It's a 55-minute travel away by train. I can't believe that. I thought it would only be like a half an hour drive away. There was like some Tesco. It's fucking... I have to go to where I go to the studio. So I have to catch the train all the way there. And there's like a mini... Well, it's not the same place actually. It's a mini train station outside of the main train station where my train terminates and I get off to go to the studio, which is virtually the same area. And I'd get it. I remember this now. That's actually true. Because I can see the Asda from that mini train alcove where that train station is. It's a really judgmental place though. It's like literally you can see for miles and miles just all these terraced houses, cheap looking areas where loads of chavs would live, and I'm like, oh fuck. If I get off here I'm gonna be murdered for Jesus Lord Christ. Maybe when I can travel safely again, which would be in like 2 years' time, maybe I will risk it and go to this Asda someday by train. But who knows? Hello again, Soup. You've just come into the end, but we're talking about Asda, so it's not all a loss for you. Let's actually take a look at the... I don't think anything else significant has happened on here. But I'm going to take a look. Maybe Tyler's been playing while I have and he's PB'd and have the shock of my life here. No, he hasn't, but still. Nothing really. Fatality didn't upload his other thing. Asda, I love Asda. Nice. The nearest Asda to me, Lord Soup, is 55 minutes away by train. Walrus. There's so many Arvo accounts, it's really funny. That's gone down like 3 places since I last looked at it. You'll get assaulted by a flat crumpet. But I mean, what's a 55-minute gonna do? Crumpets are worth it. I'd honestly be slamming my hand off of tables in the nearest Asda, if the nearest Asda was 55 minutes away by train. You'll be reincarnated by Asda itself. So I have to travel 55 minutes to go and see Offie. That's a weird thing to say alone. If you were only 55 minutes away from me though, Offie, you'd be the closest person to me that lives online. That lives on... What? Oh, I don't even know what that sentence was. You're the closest... You'll be the closest person that I know online who lives near me. There you fucking go. Oh, I need to go to bed. Right. I live in a crumpet hole. Living online. There you go. Right, I don't know if I'm going to be able to stream tomorrow. Must turn into Asda then. Oh god. It's either a really good thing, or it's a really sinister sounding thing. Right, yeah. Anyways, I don't know if I'm going to stream tomorrow, because my hand was just not enjoying the whole session to that. And although I got some good drives here and there, I couldn't bring anything to tuition. I'm honestly really sad, but we can get there. So I'll probably sleep through most of tomorrow, play again like a day or two, and see how it goes from there. I need to do some more music because of the virtual festival again, like I said. And like I said at the beginning of the stream, there's a few variables I'm going on. Either IPB and then I stop. Either I make no progress and I have to stop anyway to prioritize the festival regardless. That's more dependent on my friend being more responsive to me, which she's not at the moment. Or if Tyler improves, because Tyler's significant enough to value in that regard. So there you go. Just slowly become green and like 20 times taller. There we go. Anyways, I presume that Fatality's still going, so I am going to go and find his stream to confirm or deny that. And then I'll give him a host, considering he's doing this. And hopefully, I'll pass on the luck of Offie to him. Offie agrees to go along with this. Tom's streaming. Huh. Did I type it correctly? He's still going. Are we streaming with music though? Oh dear. Oh, you're still here, Fatality. Right, cool. Anyways. I'll try and sleep. Everyone behave yourselves. Go to Fatality's stream. And I'll see you whenever I see you. It might be the day after tomorrow. It might be in 7 months' time. I don't fucking know. But yeah. Take it easy. See you again soon.